Nickelodeon stars who ruined their careers. So, yeah, I don't got nothing to say. Let's just get into it.
Nickelodeon is an American paid television channel which launched on April 1st, 1979 as the first cable channel for children. Throughout the years, they had many successful TV shows such as SpongeBob, iCarly, Zoe 101, and many more. With many shows comes with many people working for. My god, dude, this is some fire short form content, dude. Screw the Charlie D'Amelio, screw the Addison Rays, my short form content, bro. Ooh, it's gonna be up there. I should just stop yapping and get into this video.
Okay.
Emma Roberts. Emma Rose
Okay, there we go.
Roberts is an American actress known for her work in film and television, projects of the horror and thriller genres. She has received various accolades, including a Young Artist Award, an MTV Movie and TV Award, and a Show West Award. And she will be the most famous person that I talk about for this video since she has over 20 million Instagram followers.
Damn!
In 2004, she began starring as the lead character, Addie Singer, in the Nickelodeon sitcom Unfabulous, which debuted in September of that year. The sitcom earned Roberts several Teen Choice Awards and Young Artist Award nominations.
Damn, bro, the Teen Choice Awards used to be like the Grammys. Now nobody gives a f about that. Like, when's the last time y'all watched a Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award? I'm not even gonna ask that question, bro. Like, at a certain point when you grow up, you just don't watch it. So I can't even say that, like, seriously. I never have. 2014 was that one, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much, that sums them up.
The series focused on a 7th grader Addie and her two best friends. Emma Roberts faced a domestic violence charge
in she damn near looked like she's about to graduate high school.
Canada following a physical altercation with her actor boyfriend that led to his bloody nose.
Damn.
TMZ reported the incident, stating that Roberts, 22 at the time, was taken into custody on July 7th, 2013 in Montreal after an alleged fight with Evan Peters, a star of American Horror Story. According to anonymous sources,
ain't that the dude that played Jeffrey Dahmer? Oh my god. The only thing I can think of that show is like the people that were cosplaying. They were trying to dress up as Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween.
Cited by TMZ, someone called the police to report a disturbance
all I think of
in
now
the hotel room.
is just him as the
Upon
Jeffrey
arriving,
Dahmer
law
guy.
enforcement found Peters with a bloody nose and reportedly a bite mark. Roberts was promptly arrested due to the visible injuries on Peters, although sources close to her denied any involvement in biting him. Twitter, where fans had recently praised Roberts.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I used to bite as a kid. Like, is that a bad thing? I used to be a demon, yeah. Like, I don't understand. So it might be normal. I was biting what's it called, my neighbors and stuff like that, and then I eventually got in trouble, like, cause I bet him until he bled or something.
Its appearance as a blonde reacted with shock as TMZ and other gossip tweeters reported the arrest. However, in an update on July 17, Roberts and Peters released a statement to US Weekly calling the incident an unfortunate incident and a misunderstanding. Roberts was released after questioning and
bit him. I mean, I guess, maybe.
And the couple expressed their commitment
I bit my
to moving
sister when I was
past the
younger
incident,
because she was mad at me.
stating that they were working together to do so. Evan Peters chose not to press any charges against Emma, leading to Emma's release. So, did this end Emma Roberts' career? Absolutely not. She bounced back better than ever, but I did find this case very interesting, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And I had no idea that Emma Roberts was in a Nickelodeon show in 2004, so you learn something new each day. Cody Longo. Cody A. Longo.
Holy jawline.
You learn something new each day. Cody.
Oh my god. This is the king of, like, mewing. What the hell? How's this even possible? Look at his head shape. It's like his head is deforming to his jaw. His head is collapsing into his jaw. His forehead.
Cody Longo. Cody A. Longo, an American actor and musician from Denver, Colorado, gained recognition for his role as Eddie Duran in the Nickelodeon series Hollywood Heights. In 2012, he ventured into music with the release of his debut single, making the initiation of his solo music career. In 2013, Cody was drunk driving in LA. Cops say he was flashing other drivers with his high beams. He was driving in Hollywood around 2:30 a.m. on June 6, 2013, which was on my birthday. Longo drove aggressively, tailgating and flashing high beams. When stopped by the police, he allegedly smelled of alcohol and failed sobriety tests. With blood
look at this, even in his mugshot. Mugshot's supposed to be you at your worst. Like, you understand, mugshot, it's like you don't suspect it. Bad angle, they're just like, hey, come here, take the picture. Look at this. Look at this. So his jawline just actually looks like that. It don't make no sense.
Alcohol levels measuring between 0.19 and 0.20, more than twice the legal limit. Longo was arrested, booked, and later released after posting a
as long as he didn't run over anybody, right?
$15,000 bail. Sadly for Cody, his legal troubles would have gotten worse throughout the years. Legal complications arose when Longo faced a legal ordeal involving a misdemeanor assault charge in college.
Whoa! What happened to the mewing, man? Damn, bro. The first arrest, like, don't even look like the same person anymore. You could kind of still see the jaw, though, but it's tough. He lost it, glow down. It's exactly why you don't want to peek at high school when you're younger or something like that, because this is what the niggas be looking like after a couple years.
Colorado.
From nose breather to mouth breather?
To which he pleaded guilty on January 14 stemmed from an incident with a 9-year-old girl in 2019. Notably, this plea led to the dismissal of a more severe felony essay charge initially filed against him. Longo's arrest took place a year prior to his guilty plea, with the initial charge being a Class 4 felony for essay on a child.
Oh yeah, he's cooked.
As per court records from Douglas County, Colorado, the incident in question occurred in July 2019. Sentencing for the misdemeanor third-degree assault charge was deferred for 18 months, carrying the potential for a jail term of up to 2 years and fines reaching
2 years. That's it. The Oingo Boingo song. 2 years.
$5,000. The specific Colorado statute to which Longo pleaded guilty outlines third-degree assault as knowingly and recklessly causing bodily injury to another person or causing bodily injury to another person through criminal negligence using a deadly weapon. His lawyer, Iris Eaton of Denver, Colorado, had previously asserted Longo's innocence, citing overwhelming evidence that disproved the allegations. However, Longo ultimately took a plea bargain, not admitting guilt to the original charge. But
if you got guilty, then that means it's guaranteed in some way. They don't just give you guilty, even if it's false accusations and they think they can't beat it. Like, you don't just take a plea deal, my nigga, especially if you're in the right. Ruin an entire kid's life and get 2 years.
Accepting a deferred judgment for a misdemeanor simple assault. This plea, according to his lawyer, will be expunged from his record in 18 months, constituting a slow dismissal rather than a conviction. The lawyer emphasized that this plea does not have any connection to essay. In addition to these legal
so then why take it? You just look even more
troubles.
I'm not believing the story.
Faced another arrest on November 7 for domestic assault, and this charge being resulted from an allegation that he shoved his wife in the face with his forearm. On February 8th of this year, Cody would pass away from a chronic ethanol abuse.
Yikes.
Ryan Rotman. Ryan Rotman is an American actor. He is known for his role as Joey Colvin on the teen Nick series Gigantic. He also dated Nickelodeon star Victoria Justice. On July 7th, 2011, actor Ryan Rotman faced legal trouble in Hollywood as he was arrested for driving under the influence. The 27-year-old caught the attention of law enforcement when he was seen driving over a curb, leading to his arrest. According to E! Online, Rotman underwent a field sobriety test, during which he reportedly failed. Officers noted the presence of alcohol in his vehicle and a subsequent blood alcohol content.
TMZ would have went crazy in this era. I'm really thinking with body cams, they would have went crazy.
Measurement revealed a level of 0.19.
How bro bag Victoria Justice? Let's be real, okay? Out of all the cast of Victorious, as a kid, bro, I was picking every other girl but Victoria Justice. I'm gonna be honest. Victoria Justice wasn't bad, but you had my nigga Ariana Grande, Kat, and Jade. Oh my god. You can't compare. She cool, but like you can't compare.
Exceeding California legal limits by more than double. Following his arrest, Rotman was taken to Van Nuys Jail, where he was officially booked. However, he was released a few hours later post bail, as reported by E! Online. Okay. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Laura Bynes.
I actually heard about it. I didn't hear about her full story, but I know about Amanda Bynes.
Is an American actress. She is
Dude, look at the transformation. Look at the transformation. What the hell?
Bynes. Amanda Laura.
This was her before? Oh yeah, it's over.
Laura Bynes is an American actress. She is known for her work in television and film throughout the 1990s and 2000s. Amanda began her career as a child actress, appearing on the Nickelodeon sketch comedy series All That,
Girl went
and
through
the
the
spin-off
fine
series
phase.
The Amanda Show. From the looks of it, her career seemed extremely promising, since her characters were extremely likable and would always stay out of trouble, which would later change once she started to experiment with Adderall in 2007. Once she was hooked, it was harder for her to get bigger roles since she would always be high on set.
And Adderall, I feel like that's the worst drug you could probably take, because Adderall, you just focus. It just helps you. Well, I mean, they say, isn't that Adderall supposed to help you focus or something like that? That's why people take it. It's like they get high off it, but you're just gonna want to keep taking it.
Of this, she got some type of body dysmorphia because she started
to
to dislike her
child like
appearance,
the other guy,
making her pull out of the film The Hall Pass. After she left the film, she would star in one last big movie called Easy A, but in a screening for that movie, she would say, "I literally couldn't stand my appearance in that movie and I didn't like my performance. I was absolutely convinced I needed to stop acting after seeing it." So at the age of 24, Amanda officially retired in 2010. She made enough money for the rest of her life and
retire. How old was she in 2010?
And honestly, that's
See, that's like the worst thing you can do. I feel like retiring at a super young age, because like, bro, you're just gonna be bored. Your friends are probably gonna be working or starting families. You best believe you better start a family, my nigga, because that shit just seems boring.
Since she had a net worth of $6 million,
depressing,
meaning that the rest of her life should be.
Wait, how much?
Since she had a net worth of $6 million.
$6 million? I don't even think like you could. Do y'all think you could realistically retire off of $6 million? Okay, maybe this is like back then. The economy wasn't good, but it's way worse now. Like nowadays, I don't even think you could retire off $6 million, bro. That'd be the cost of a damn house in California or something. If you invest, oh yeah, with the proper investments, actually with the proper investments and stuff, you probably could. But not a lot of people know that. Like a lot of people, especially these big celebrities, they just get money and then they just let it sit there. They don't actually do shit. $6 million in the U.S. and stuff for life,
meaning that the rest of her life should be stress-free. However, the opposite happened. Since she was developing a substance addiction and was going to have all of this free time since she has retired, that only made things worse since the only thing she would do is get high. She's even stated saying that she had no purpose and had so much time on her hands.
Literally what I said.
That she'll only wake and bake and be high all day. She would also say that her getting more into the addiction made it a very dark, sad world for her. Amanda would also start going to nightclubs that finally led to her inevitable arrest. In March of 2012, Bynes faced a traffic incident where she was stopped for allegedly using her cell phone while driving. Allegedly, she left the scene before the officer could complete her ticket. There was no immediate arrest, and she reportedly visited
shit, let them do that nowadays. I don't even think I've ever seen anybody get a ticket for like texting and driving or something, or calling on the phone or using their phone in the car or something. It's different times now. Net worth does not reflect the cash you have in the bank or in assets and investments. That is true also. So like she never know. She probably didn't even have actually $6 million in the bank. I mean, okay, she was big. She was a big star, child star. So maybe she did.
The police station later that day. On April 4th, 2012, Bynes encountered legal trouble when she was arrested for drinking under the influence. The 26-year-old
drinking under the influence? Wait. Oh, okay. I
Was
thought they meant literally drinking and then getting drunk. She was
reportedly pulled over
driving
in West Hollywood around 3 a.m. in her BMW and accidentally colliding with it. Amanda is said to have refused both a breathalyzer and drug test at the scene of the accident, which led to her arrest. She was released from jail at 10:30 a.m. after posting bail set at 5.
Holy God damn. Wait, did she do this for the paparazzi or this is how her hair looked like? Oh, that's rough. That's rough. I hope it isn't.
$1,000. On June 5th, 2012, Amanda Bynes faced charges of driving under the influence.
That is the crazy. I can't tell if that's a hair or wig or what. She hiding herself?
Or drugs related to her April arrest. Following the hearing, Bynes took to Twitter addressing a tweet to Barack Obama, denying any drinking and pleading for the dismissal.
Hey Barack Obama, I don't drink. Please fire the cop who arrested me. I also don't hit and run. The end. She was damn near, bro. She thought she was Superman. She could just hit up the president like, yo, handle this shit. Oh my God.
Of the arresting officer claiming innocence in both the DUI and hit and run incident.
Oh my God.
And in case you're curious, Barack Obama never replied to her on Twitter.
Damn.
The next day, June 6, 2012, my birthday again.
See, if it was me, y'all, he would have responded. But that's just me, though. That's just me. Like, I'm just saying.
Bynes pleaded not guilty to the DUI charge. She did not appear
She's going to jail in a Versace shirt. She might actually be worth $6 million. We might be wrong.
In Beverly Hills Superior Court, but had her
Never
attorney
would've guessed.
represent her. The potential consequences included a maximum of 6 months in jail. On August 4th, 2012, Bynes was allegedly involved in a rear-end collision on Ventura Boulevard in LA, causing $800 in damages.
Damn.
According to the other driver, Bynes left the scene without exchanging insurance information or involving the police. Bynes argued that both parties agreed on minimal damage. On September 4th, 2012, Bynes faced hit-and-run charges for the April and August incidents. On September 6, 2012, a city attorney's spokesperson revealed to the Los Angeles Times that Bynes could potentially face up to a year in jail for the 2 hit-and-run accidents. On the same day...
Yeah, see, even that's too lenient, bro. If it was anybody, if it was a regular citizen and they, like, kept fucking up or whatever in the law on their trial, they would have got, like, 3 or 5 years.
The California Department of Motor Vehicles suspended Bynes' driver's license. On September 16, 2012, Bynes' black BMW was impounded after she was pulled over and cited for driving with a suspended license. Subsequently, on September 21st, 2012, Bynes faced an additional charge of driving on a suspended license. On September 27, 2012, she pled not guilty to the 2 counts of hit and run and was scheduled to return to court on October 19. With potential conviction carrying
I feel like this on a hit and run. Isn't it just like you can blatantly tell if somebody hit and runs over somebody, unless they're faking it or somebody lies about it, but that's hard to lie about. So how are you about to plead not guilty?
Up to a year in jail. Over the next few years, Amanda would just be caught doing weird things such as dancing on a treadmill, walking in New York without shoes, and dumping gasoline on a stranger's lawn.
Nah, this poor family. Nah, bro, look at them. They're all confused. Like, bro, they really confused. They just trying to live their life. And this crazy bitch comes over to pour gasoline on their driveway, just randomly through the day. She was caught with a lighter. Okay, see, that's crazy.
And setting it on fire. She would then, of course, go to a mental hospital and later attend rehab. After getting out, she decided to go to fashion school. From the looks of it, it seemed that Amanda Bynes was getting her life back together. Well, not exactly, because 5 months later, she got arrested again for a DUI.
Oh my god!
School. She would of course do more weird things, such as dating a 19-year-old when she was 26, and wanting to get a tattoo.
Okay, that's not that weird. That's not that weird.
Tattoo of his face onto hers, but luckily the tattoo artist didn't do it. Luckily, she got cleaned and got more help, and got sober for 4 years. 6 months after graduating from fashion school, Amanda was at rehab once again, and got a face tattoo and got engaged.
What that is? I mean, what is that? That's like a 6-year difference or something. If they're adults, bro, that's my view take. I literally don't care. Unless if like the person's literally obviously grooming them or some shit, then it's weird.
With her new boyfriend that she met in rehab, they got engaged after only 8 weeks of dating.
Oh my
Currently
God.
In 2023, it is
bro, it's like you could see the expiration happening in real life. You can see the expiration happening.
Got engaged after only 8 weeks of dating. Currently in 2023, it is still rough for her, as she was caught walking the streets of LA naked. And she was put in...
What is even going on? What is going on? Bro, somebody has to have that video. Somebody has to have the video of that. You can't be out there as a super former famous star walking around like that and somebody doesn't have the video. Yeah, this nose piercing, like you everything definitely went downhill after she got this nose piercing. It's just something about the nose piercing. She thinks she's at a Germany beach. She gotta be high out of her mind.
Into a psychiatric facility, and once she got out, she felt very sad and isolated. That led to her being put back into the psychiatric facility. Now she seems to be trying to make an effort to get her life back together, as she is now getting her face tattoo removed. Dan Schneider.
Okay, this isn't really a star. Like, Dan Schneider isn't a Nickelodeon. Is he a No, he's not an actor, bro. He just he ran the shows. And Famous Feet Man. I literally get disturbed every time I look back at an old Nickelodeon clip. Like, there's compilations people have made of, like, the feet clips, like, the weird shit. It's so disturbing, bro. And especially knowing that they're all teenagers and kids. I can't look at it. Dan Schneider's literally every internet stereotype in one person.
Dan Schneider isn't technically a star,
the
but
ultimate
he's
combination of
responsible
Reddit,
for creating
Discord
many
mod,
Nickelodeon
everything.
stars, such as Jamie Lynn Spears, Miranda Cosgrove.
Dude, like, look at this picture. Ah! I feel so bad for Sam.
Jeanette McCurdy, Josh.
You gotta have like the worst celebrity childhood growing up career.
Peck, Ariana Grande, and many more. In case you do not know who Dan Schneider is, he is the creator of the most popular hit Nickelodeon TV shows, such as iCarly, Zoe 101, Victorious, All That, Drake and Josh, just to name a few.
Bro, it's just like, it's so sad too, because like, these are all really fucking goated shows, and it's really sad. It's really sad to think about how things went down.
Dan was one of the most respected people at Nickelodeon, but looking deeper into his shows, you can see a common theme. It seems that in every show, and even in almost every episode,
clips, bro.
the characters talk about feet. They don't just talk about feet because the characters show their feet in a sexual manner. Keep in mind that Dan is an old dude writing about a teenage Ariana Grande.
No, I don't want to see the clip, bro. I don't want to see the clip. I'm closing my eyes.
Her toes into her mouth. This is not the only creepy instance where feet are sexualized in a—
Dude, like, what is even happening? And it's like, when you're a kid too, you don't understand shit, so you're like, feet, feet, feet. And then when you grow up, you're like, feet, like
a kid's show, because
probably
there are
got brick wall directing, definitely.
Feet was so big in Dan Schneider's shows that a foot became a temporary logo.
And I forgot the foot was the logo of Nickelodeon.
For Nickelodeon. It's obvious that Dan Schneider has something for feet, and honestly, it's whatever. But what is not okay is using your shows to satisfy your fetish, especially when it comes to child stars. I'll admit, some foot jokes are funny for kids, and some foot scenes in Dan's shows are innocent, and are something that you'll see in other shows.
It would be funny if it was like once or twice, bro. It's like in every episode you'll see like, they'll throw like 5 or 10 feet jokes, and it's like, okay, where's the joke with this one? No, she's getting ketchup poured on her toes. She's putting her toes in her mouth. Like, where's the joke? What have they done to my boy, the Nick logo?
But man, there's just way too many creepy foot scenes in his shows that you can't even use the excuse of a silly foot joke.
Like, what's the point of this? What is the point of Victoria Justice shooting a f***ing bow with her feet?
People can still argue saying that this is just a joke and that Dan is not a creep during the production of the shows.
Cap.
But what if I told you that Dan gets a bit handsy off set? You can find so many photos of Dan with child stars of him getting a little too close. Another disturbing thing that Dan Schneider did.
This is why I can't be in Hollywood, bro. I can't witness like all these weirdos. That would be the last venture I'd ever go to. My streaming and content career, YouTube career just went. The last thing I'm doing is going in Hollywood, bro. All these weirdos, and I have to just not say anything and get paid as an actor? No.
Was that on the official Sam and Cat Twitter page on September 13, 2013,
I remember
he would tweet out this. Sam and Cat tomorrow, right on the bottom of your foot, take a pic and use the hashtag Sam and Cat Saturdays. We'll retweet and follow until our fingers get sore. Dan Schneider, the creator of Sam and Cat, is asking people on Twitter to send feet pics.
And by the way, it's kids that watch the show. Keep in mind, it's the kids that watch the show. So like, who do you think was sending the pics? It wasn't adults.
There's no way that someone above the age of like 16 are watching Sam and Cat. Dan or someone at Nickelodeon are asking kids for feet pics, and that is just very disturbing. What's more disturbing is how close he got to the child stars. I know I already mentioned this, and I don't want to repeat myself, but he got so close to them that when Zoe 101 star Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant at the age of 15, there was a big rumor saying that Dan was the father. Till this day, we do not know who the father is, and many people do believe that it's Dan, but the most obvious guess—
okay, bro, Dan would have to be the dumbest nigga ever to literally have whatever. Let's say, I hope it never happened, bro. I really hope it never, but he did that shit. Why would he tell her to keep it or have the baby or something like that? That wouldn't even make any equivalent sense, I feel like. But then again, bro, it's Dan Schneider, so like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
Yes. On who the father is most likely Casey Aldridge, who was Jamie's boyfriend in 2008. Due to this teenage pregnancy, the Zoe 101 show got cancelled. In March of 2018, Nickelodeon cut ties with Dan Schneider following accusations of abuse. Nickelodeon cut ties with Dan Schneider following accusations of abusive conduct towards staff members on set. Reports also highlighted tweets where he showcased the feat of young actresses that he collaborated with. Sparking concerns, social media users compiled scenes from his shows, emphasizing instances featuring bare feet, suggesting it as proof of an alleged inappropriate foot fetish.
Bro, even the dudes.
Instances featuring bare feet, suggesting it as proof.
Look at this, bro. They got my man, Robbie.
Proof of an alleged.
So this man didn't care. He was a serial foot fetisher. This man had guys, girls. He didn't care. Age didn't matter. This was Elsa Gate for Zoomers. Honestly, yeah, this was like our Elsa Gate. But I mean, this is at least less worse than whatever the goes on YouTube, kids. Like, we can't compare.
Inappropriate foot fetish. Schneider dismissed these claims as absurd, asserting that the comedic elements involving feet in his work were entirely innocent, explaining that children find feet goofy and funny. So Dan.
Okay, chat, by a high hand, like, raise your hand. Did you find feet funny as a kid? Like, really funny to the point where you were laughing every time you saw a foot scene? No, nobody's, no. Literally nobody does. This man was capping out of his ass, bro. You capping out of his ass. Maybe once or twice if it was a funny scenario, but that's it.
And did speak out about this, saying that it's an innocent joke, but there's actually a pretty big conspiracy theory. Allegedly, Nickelodeon did not cut ties with him because of these accusations. It was because he simply fell off. Blame It on Jorge made an excellent point on his Dan Schneider video by talking about the show's ratings. The iCarly pilot episode got 4.1 million views.
Yeah, iCarly, Victorious. I didn't watch Henry Danger. I know some of y'all say y'all did. I didn't. But this was like slowly this cutoff right here after Victorious is like when social media started popping off. Or like when it started becoming more mainstream. People were watching YouTubers, this and that, shows online. And then like Game Shakers, bro. I don't know a single person who watched this show. Like, I don't know a single person who watched this. The only reason I know this is because, like, my little cousin.
Their most viewed episode got 11.2 million views, but then and their least viewed episode got 2.4 million views. The Victorious pilot episode got 5.7 million views.
Damn.
Their most viewed episode got 6.1 million views, and their least viewed episode only got 2.39 million views. Henry Danger's pilot episode got 1.94 million views. Their most viewed episode got 3.16 million views, and their least viewed episode only got 1.05 million views.
Like, there are YouTubers that put up bigger numbers than this. This is like the start of the kill of, I guess, cable television.
Shaker's pilot episode got 1.98 million
crazy
views.
How Dan hasn't
their
been
most
arrested.
viewed episode was the pilot episode, and finally their least viewed episode only got 520,000 views.
Damn, I have videos bigger than that. That's crazy.
Yikes. From this statistic, it seems that
Was I the only one who enjoyed Game Shakers? Probably.
Shows did fall off, causing Nickelodeon to cut ties with him, not because of the accusations. So, is Dan Schneider a criminal? Well, for legal reasons, he's technically not. And nobody has pressed legal actions towards him.
It's like saying for legal reasons that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. I'm like, alright, okay.
But what I can say about him is that he is an
wait, what is it? Did kill himself, my bad. The opposite. It's like saying Jeffrey Epstein did kill himself. I mixed it up.
Extremely weird individual, and he should be held accountable. Even though Dan isn't technically a criminal, that doesn't mean that Nick hasn't hired criminals before. Let me introduce you to the Nickelodeon Creep Club. Of course, we got Dan Schneider, who has a foot fetish, has many unconfirmed reports of inappropriate behavior, and is surrounded by silence. We got Aziel Channel, who worked at Nickelodeon and was convicted of
look at this build.
A child while at Nickelodeon. We also got Brian Peck, who worked on All That and ran Comedy Boot Camp with Dan Schneider and is convicting of R-wording a child on a Nickelodeon set. Can't forget about Marty Weiss, who was a former manager scout, and his clients.
It's just like a circle of them. It's like how does this cesspit of trash even go in Hollywood? Is there no morals? Like, they got no type of morals. We need the guillotine up for these motherfuckers.
On several shows like iCarly, and is convicted of R-wording a client. Finally, we have Jason M. Handy, who was a production assistant on All That.
Just off of this look, like, this man's heart is gone. There's no heart in this body. Look at these eyes. Look at these eyes. I've never seen eyes pixel straight in the middle of the eye. Like, I've never seen them right in the middle like that, and the way he's staring.
And the Amanda Show.
Actual demon.
And is also
That's a demon staring.
P-word. Nickelodeon certainly has a history of working with
real
life criminals.
No
and
heart.
Of course, we got Dan Schneider, who is an extreme weirdo and is just a creep as well. Matthew Underwood. Matt Underwood is an actor who played Logan Reese, who's a side character in the hit TV series Zoe 101, and would even reprise his role as Logan on the Zoe 101 spin-off titled Zoe 102. Back in 2012 when he was 22
Why even do a spin-off 2023? Why even do a spin-off like 10 years? Is this 10 or 20 years later?
101 spin-off titled Zoe 102. Back in 2012 when he was 22 years old, Underwood was found in a bedroom with a 17-year-old girl in Port St. Lucie when law enforcement arrived. During their investigation, authorities discovered marijuana and related paraphernalia at the scene. Subsequently, Underwood was arrested on charges of marijuana possession and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Following his...
What is the delinquency of a minor? That sounds like... I guarantee those charges don't even sound serious. The delinquency? Why not give him he's a pedophile charge? Why not give him that?
Arrest. He was taken to a nearby jail where he underwent the booking process before being released. Matt got arrested again at a hookah lounge that he co-owns in Florida. Matt faced legal troubles when officers arrived at the establishment around 3 a.m. to detain him for violating probation. These violations were tied to charges stemming from an incident involving the minor. Matt's offenses including failing a substance test, not fulfilling a court-ordered survivor impact panel, neglecting to complete a required substance program, defaulting on court fees, and failing to make payments to his probation officer. The probation...
You gotta pay to have a probation officer? Yeah, I'm never getting arrested. You gotta pay just for somebody to check on you.
Officer, who was only paid $5 by the way, recommended to
okay, never mind then.
The judge a 180-day prison sentence for Matt. Matt's recent project was Zoe 102, and it seems that Matt has bounced back.
He will do it again?
Which is very shocking to me. I assume that he's reformed though, but either way, what he did was extremely disgusting. Ricardo Medina Jr. Ricardo Medina Jr. is a former American actor. He is best known for his role as Cole Evans, the Red Wild Force Ranger on the TV series Power Rangers Wild Force.
Nah, don't ruin the Power Rangers, please.
And later as Decker, the half-human cursed Nylok in Power Rangers Samurai. Power Ranger Wild Force was aired on Fox Kids, while Power Ranger Samurai was aired on Nickelodeon. On January 31st, 2015 in Green Valley, 38-year-old Ricardo Medina fatally stabbed his 36-year-old roommate, Joshua Sutter, with a sword following a dispute over Medina's...
Sword? Oh my god, he was serious. He took his role seriously. Wait, was he in the Samurai one? I wasn't even listening. Oh my god. You know how mad you gotta be to kill somebody with the sword? Like, sword is long as hell. Bro, you gotta pull up the sword, there, shing, shing, like, shit is long as... Mine, a sword should be illegal.
Girlfriend. The altercation, which began as a verbal argument, escalated into physical confrontation at their shared residence. Sutter pursued Medina and his girlfriend into their bedroom, forcibly entering the room, where Medina, in an act he claimed was self-defense, inflicted 10 stab wounds with a sword that he kept in his bedroom. Initially,
bro, would have been enough. The sword is long enough to go through the body once. 10?
Medina was arrested, but he was released when the district attorney's office opted not to press charges. However, subsequent investigations led to the murder charges being filed against him in January 2016. Medina eventually pleaded guilty to 1 felony count of voluntary...
Damn, and he let himself go. Look at this.
Medina eventually pleaded guilty to 1 felony count of voluntary manslaughter and admitted to using a sword in the commission of the crime. Rachel Kennedy, the sister of the deceased, spent over 2 years seeking justice for her brother. Her persistence was rewarded when Medina entered a guilty plea. Sandra Vasquez, a close friend of Sutter and Kennedy, described the development as the beginning of a new chapter rather than closure.
Evil does that to you?
Both Kennedy and Vasquez expressed satisfaction in the outcome, attributing to Kennedy's unwavering pursuit of justice. Medina now faces a 6-year sentence in state prison, with the sentencing scheduled for March 30th, 2017, as confirmed by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. So if he was locked up in 2017 for 6 years, that means he would get out in 2023. But after doing more research, it seems that Medina was released early back in 2020, so he didn't finish his full sentence.
So they just let this man out for killing somebody after 2 years? How many years is that? If they let him out in 2020, he got in 2017, that means he had 3 years for killing somebody. I don't know what type of lawyers he had on the case. Yeah, I'm telling you, he had them Hollywood lawyers. He had them Hollywood lawyers on book. You call them up, bro, they'll get some shit done. They'll get it done.
Sentence.
Bro, Saul Goodman.
And that is the end of Nickelodeon stars who ruined their career. Thank you guys for watching this video. It really does.
Thank you, man. It's a great video, bro. Great video from Morbid. Yeah, so honestly, the worst one is just Dan Schneider. Like, Dan Schneider doesn't really compare. It doesn't compare to anybody else. It's Dan Schneider. But it was a good video. And, yeah, if you're watching this on the tube, if I post this, join the Discord.